Welcome to this solution video. If you like this video, please share with your friends, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let me go to question number 1. A part says it is given that P star Q is a relation so that it is equal to P square plus 2PQ minus Q square. Then prepare a table for the results when P is between -3 and 2, both not included, and Q is between -3 and 3, not included. So let's make a table for this. That means we should know what are the options for P and what are the options for Q. Okay, so let me write P first. So this will be P from -3, but it's not included and they are integers, so -2, then -1, 0, 1 and 2. Same, Q will be in this direction, which will be again same, -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. And star is the relationship between them, and we will apply this relation with each one of them. Let me do 2 or 3 for example, rest you can do yourself. So let me do this -2 and -1. That means this particular cell, this one. Okay, so P square, P is -2 in this cell, so -2 square, then 2PQ, 2 times -2, and Q is -1, then minus Q square, Q is -1, and this will be 4, positive 4 that is, and then it will be -4 and positive 4 rather. There are 2 negatives here, so it will be positive. 2 times 2 is 4, and this will be +1, so minus will remain, but the other minus will become positive. So 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 minus 1 is 7. So here we will fill up 7. Let me do one more, this 1 and this 0. That means I will fill up this particular cell. So it will be P square plus 2PQ, that P is 1, 0, minus 0 square. So what will that be? 1 plus 2 times 1 is 2. Yeah, so 3. Here we will get 3. And one last, let me do 2 and 2, the last one, this one. So it will be 2 P square. P square is 2 square plus 2PQ minus Q square. So 2 square and 2 square will cancel out. We'll get 8. And this is how I will fill up the whole table. So the table is complete now, and let me go to B part. If -2 star P star 2 is -7, find P. So there is something star 2 is -7, and that's something we can get from the table. And -7 is here. Second number should be -2. Here the first number P is P is 2, right? So this one we will take. That means the first number is -1. So this can be written as -1 star 2 equal to -7. Compare, and by comparing it means that -2 star P equal to -1, this -1, because this two, -7, -7, they are equal. Now we'll have to see that -2 star what gives you -P. They have used the same alphabet P 2 times. I think we should have used something else, but the solutions from where I looked at, they used P. So I have used P, but this P is different from general P, this one. Okay, keep in mind. So -2 is here in this column. Where do we get -1? Here. Yeah, and what is Q in that case? That Q becomes P because Q is the second number, right? and that's why negative 2 star 1 is negative 1. And again compare these two, we see that negative 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, negative 2. So P is 1. This is how we can answer this question. Okay. Next, solve this exponential equation. So let me write it properly. 2 to the power 2y plus 1, negative 5 2 to the power y plus 2 equal to 0. So you can see here 2 to the power y, and here also it is 2 to the power y somehow. Let's convert this one into 2 to the power y so that we can assume it equal to something else. So this plus 1 must go first. Can I write this like this? 2 to the power 2y multiplied by 2 to the power 1. I separated because the exponents are adding. That means we can use this particular identity of exponents. So normally we use from here to here, but this one is reverse. If something adding, we can separate them by multiplication with same base, and that's what I've done. 2 and 2 same base, and 2y and 1 separated. Everything else remains what it is. Now I have to separate this 2 and this y, and we will use this identity or formula, you can say. Whenever there's an exponent and another exponent, they multiply. They are multiplying, so I will separate them. But I want 2 to the power y, so I will put y inside and 2 outside. I could have done 2 square and then y, but that would make it the base 4. 2 square is 4. I don't want to make it 4. I want to keep it just like this. And I can put 2 here. This 2 to the power 1, I'll write outside. Minus 5 to the power y plus 2 equal to 0. And now let's say let 2 to the power y is equal to t. So what does our equation become? 2t square minus 5t plus 2 equal to 0. And now you can solve this by simple factoring. 2t square, 2 times 2 is 4, so I can write here minus 4t minus t plus 2 equal to 0. I've separated negative 5 into these two parts because these are the factors of their multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 1 is also 4. That's why. So let's take 2t common here. So t minus 2 minus 1, t minus 2 equal to 0. So 2t minus 1 and t minus 2 equal to 0. So we get two answers. First, 2t minus 1 equal to 0. This gives us 2t equal to 1. That means t is 1 over 2 half. Similarly, the other one is t minus 2 equal to 0. T is 2. Remind it, t was not the real one. T was our creation. Actual expression was 2 to the power y. And that's what we will write here. 2 to the power y equal to 1 over 2. Or I can write 2 to the power 2 minus 1. Yeah. And now same basis. So equate exponents. So we can write y is equal to minus 1. This is the answer from this part. Here, t is 2. 2 to the power y is 2. So I can write 2 to the power 1. And by same equating the exponents, we can write y is equal to 1. This is second answer. We have solved the exponential equation. Okay, question number 3. If function f is given like this and g is this, right? Find the inverse of g of f and state its domain. Okay. So first of all, let's find g of f. G of f x can be written as g of fx. That means inside g function, make it a parent function, and daughter function will be fx inside it. So let me write g. G is this one. Gx is such that this is arrow 1 over x plus 2. So can I write this as equal to 1 over, in place of x, now we have fx. So fx plus 2. Yeah. So now in place of fx, we will write its value x square plus 2. Plus 2 more. Yeah. This plus 2. So we get 1 over x square plus 4. That is g of fx. Okay. Now, but we want inverse of this. It will make this one little complicated. Let's assume that g of f x is equal to kx, another function. So it becomes easier. Kx equal to 1 over x square plus 4. We have to find inverse of this. Whenever we have to find inverse, first convert kx to y. And now to inverse it, exchange x's and y's. So it becomes x equal to 1 over y square plus 4. And now I have to isolate this y. This will go there and x will come here. So what will we get? Y square equal to 1 over plus 4. Sorry, plus 4 also equal to 1 over x. And now I'll take this 4 there. Y square equal to 1 over x minus 4. Square root both sides. So y, this, because square and square root cancel, y equal to plus and minus 1 over x. And let me write them with same denominator, 4 over x, right? Sorry, 4x over x. It is just 4. So I multiplied it by x and divided by x so that the denominators are same. But we have to write 1 plus or minus, right? We can't write both. If we write both, it does not remain a function anymore. It becomes a 1 to 2 or 2 to 1 relationship, okay? So in such case, we prefer positive, and that's why we will write just positive. Because they have same denominator x, we can write 1 minus 4x divided by x. Now, they're saying state its domain. Let's write its domain first, which is on this, and then we'll see what is being applied to the others. Okay, in this particular domain, x cannot be 0, right? Because if x is 0, it becomes undefined, and that is not a part of the domain. Secondly, the square root of a negative number is not possible. That means 1 must be greater than 4x. Isn't it? That means what can we do? Divide 4 here, divide 4 here. So 1 over 4 is greater than x, or we can write it as x is less than 1 over 4. This is an x. If you want to write x is an element of real numbers, any number, but x cannot be 0 and x has to be greater than, less than 4, 1/4. But let's see if it is applicable here with this. I don't know if examiner expects us to do that. If x is not 0, that is okay, right? If x is anything other than 0, that's okay. That is fine with this one. What about x is less than 1/4? Negative number will be okay. And here also there is no problem with that domain. So this becomes the domain of this particular inverse function. If we try with others, it is working, so that's fine. Next, solve this trigonometric equation. All right. So there's something special about it. It has cos 2x and sin x. So you know that cos 2x, or let's try cos 2a, that is the identity which is equal in terms of sin x. It will be 1 minus 2 sin square a. And that's what we're going to use here so that we can solve this. So 3 remains 3, but cos 2x becomes, according to this, which is 1 minus 2 sine square x minus sine x equal to 0. If we open the bracket, 3 minus 6 sine square x minus sine x equal to 0. Let's change the sign because square 1 is negative, so I want to make it positives. So 6 sine square x, that means this will become positive as well, sine x, but 3 will become negative because I'm changing the sign of all of them to make the leading coefficient positive. It'll be easier to do that. Let's assume sine x equal to m. So it becomes 6m square minus plus m minus 3 equal to 0, a quadratic equation which we can solve easily now. So 6 times 3 is 18. Factor 18 such that we get 1. Yeah. So 9 times 2, 6 times 3. So now it's not working. That means we will have to use quadratic formula. So quadratic formula is what? Minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So it will be minus 1 plus minus 1 square minus 4 times 6 times minus 3, 2 times 6 minus 1 plus minus 1 plus 24 times 3, 72 over 12, which is okay. So if I use this as plus, I get 0.6287, and if I use negative, I get negative 0.7953. These are the values of m, right? But m was sine x. So this becomes our new equation now. Sine x is equal to 0.6287 and sine x equal to minus 0.7953. Since it's positive and we have to give answer in 0 to 360. That means sine can be in this quadrant or this quadrant. So find sine inverse positives, this thing will get this acute angle and this acute angle. These two will give us the answer, and that angle will be same for both. In this case I get 38.95 and 38.95 here as well. So the first answer is this. We always start from 0, 38.95. So x1, let's call it x1 is 38.95 degrees. X2 will be again starting from 0 but reaching this line this time, which is 38.95 less than 180 degrees. So which will be 141.05 degrees. Here the same thing. This is negative this time. So what will we do? We'll take the negative quadrants, but we will use sine inverse positive 0.7953. If I use negative in my calculation, it will give me just one angle, which will be either this or this. I want both of them. So I remove negative. I've taken quadrants here. Put sine inverse this in your calculator, and in my case I got 52.7. So first angle, again we start from 0. First angle will be this one. This is also 52.7. Whatever angle we get, that is always the acute angle between the horizontal line. It was also horizontal line here. Here also it's horizontal line. So from 0 till this line will be 180. So x3, third answer will be 180 plus 52.7 degrees, which is 232.7 degrees. Fourth answer, start from 0 again, go till here. So this one is 360 minus 52.7. So it will be 307.1 3. These 4 are the answer for this equation. Okay, let's move on to the next part, which is question number 5. So this is question number 5. The probability of raining on any day of August is 2/5 independently every day, right? Every day the probability is 2/5. That means probability of rain, or we can say probability of success that it rains, equal to, let's call it P, is 2/5. So the probability of failure to rain, which is Q, is 1 minus 2/5, which is 3/5. Okay. Calculate the probability of raining on 3 days. So 3 days and out of which is not copied here, out of next 6 days. 3 days out of next 6 days. So whenever we have fixed number of sample, and some of them we want success, some of them we want failure, we use binomial distribution. So for A part, we will use binomial distribution. And how do we do that? Total numbers, C, number of success, and then probability of success, same number of success power, and remaining power with the failure. So out of 6, 3 are success, that means remaining 3 are failure. So there will be exactly 3 days it will rain, and 3 days it will not rain. And just carefully put this in a calculator and you get your answer. What I'm getting is 0.275, we can say, in three decimal places. Okay. Number B. None out of the 6 days means it does not rain at all. All 6 days are dry days. So it will be 6, C is 0, 2 to the power 2 over 5 power 0, and 3 to the power 5, all 6 failures. 0 success, 6 failures. We get in this case 0.047. I'm rounding it off to 3 decimal places. C. At least 5 days out of 6. So probability that success is at least 5 days. That means it is equal to or more than 5. Yeah. 5 and 6. Out of 6 days, it can rain on 5 days or 6 days. There are 2 days, 2 possibilities. So that means probability that a success is on 5 days, or whenever we say or, we write plus. Success is on 6 days. So in such case, we'll just write these kind of binomial distribution for each one of them. So this will be 6, C, 5, 2/5, 5, failure is on 1 day. Or all 6 days it rains and 1 day it does not. It will be 6 here and 0 here. So when we use our calculator, it gets 0.036864 and 0.004096. And when we add them, we get 0.04096. That is the probability that it will rain on at least 5 days. Okay, next question. Question number 6. The following data shows the scores of 8 students in their music exam. Calculate the rank coefficient. Pearson's rank coefficient for the data. So these are the students. These are their scores in vocal and their scores in instrument. So let's give them some rank. Let's label this as X and this as Y. So rank in X. What will that be? So number 1 rank is this, yeah. So Rx is 1 here. Okay, done. Now we need to know the difference in ranks, which is Rx minus Ry. So 7 minus 5 is 2, 5 minus 4 is 1, 4 minus 3 is also 1, 0, this is negative 4, 2 minus 2 is 0, this is 0, and this is 0. Next thing we do is we square whatever is the rank to make the negatives positive so that we are not biased towards positive ones. So 2 square is 4, 1 square is 1, 1, 0, 4 square is 16, and then 0, 0, and 0. So sum of all these squares will be 5, 6 plus 16, 22. Total is 22. Now Pearson's coefficient of rank will be R 1 minus sigma 6 sigma d square n square minus 1. So we know everything now. 1 minus 6 sigma d square is 22 over number of data is 8, then 64 minus 1. 8 square is 64 minus 1. 1 minus 132 over 8 times 63, 504. Okay, just put this in a calculator, you get your answer. What I'm getting is 0.73809, which we can round off to 0.738 to 3 decimal places. Okay. Question number 7. Okay, a mass of 18 kg is tied to one end of a weightless string, okay, and whose second end is fixed on a ceiling. Okay, so this is the ceiling and we have a mass of 18 kg. A force of F Newton is used to pull this mass parallel to the ceiling, okay, parallel to the ceiling, so that the string makes an angle of 35 degrees. So the string will go this way. So let me redraw this. This is the ceiling and it makes 35 degrees angle with vertical direction. This is 35 degrees. This is the mass and it is being pulled by a force of F newtons. Find the force F. We have to find force F. This is 18 kg. So its weight will be 180 Newton, right? We take G equal to 10. So weight, which is the force, is M times G. M is 18, G is 10, that's why 180 Newtons. Alright. To find F, let's first write the components of the tension in this one. There will be tension, right? This P part is also asking about tension. So there will be tension on this string. Okay, so because it is making 35 degrees here, that means this is also 35 degrees because they are alternate angles. These lines, this line and that line are parallel, that's why. So this will be, because the angle is here, wherever is the angle is cos component. So it will be T cos 35 degrees. On the opposite side of the string, it will be T sine 35 degrees. So first they are asking us to find F. That means this F in horizontal direction there is no motion, they are in equilibrium. So we will write T sine 35 degrees is equal to F. So we can find F from here, but the problem is we don't know T. So let's see if we can get equation of T in vertical direction. In vertical direction, T cos 35 is there is no other force, this is the only force, yes, equal to 180 degrees. So t equal to 180 divided by cos 35. That we can write here. So 180 divided by cos 35 degrees multiplied by sine 35 degrees equal to f. If we don't want to write them differently, sine over cos is tan. So 180 tan 35 degrees is the value of f. Just put this in a calculator and you'll get your answer. What I'm getting is 126.036. We can round it to 3 significant figures, 126 newtons. Now we can find in B part, tension in the string will be simple 180 divided by cos 35, straightforward. It is 219.7399, which can be written as 220 newtons. Question number 8. A force P of magnitude 8 newtons is being applied towards a bearing of 30 degree. So if this is north, from north we go 30 degrees and it is being applied here, P, 8 newtons. Okay, another force Q of 8 newtons towards 150 degrees bearing. Okay, so 90 is here, so there will be 60 degree more than 90, and Q is here 9 newtons. Alright, find the unit vector in the direction of P minus Q. This is the vector P minus Q. The head is towards the one which is before minus P. So P is here. This is the vector, and they are saying the unit vector only. That means only a small vector whose size is unit vector. So what should we do first? First let's find P minus Q and let's write them in column notation. So X, Y, this is what we'll write here. So P. What is the X component of P? Again, just like previous question, here because the angle is on the other, here this side it will be P cos 30 degrees. This will be P sine 30 degrees. So the X component is P sine 30. P value of P is given as 8 newtons. So 8 sine 30 degrees. And Y is upwards. Let's take this as positive. This direction as positive and that direction as positive. So it will be 8 cos 30 will be the Y component minus Q. So for Q, we'll have the angle is 60 degree here, so here it will be Q cos 60 degrees. Wherever is the angle, that becomes cos, and Q value of Q is 9 newtons. 9 cos 60 degrees and negative because this will be downwards. This component 9, rather Q, let's write Q sine 60 degrees. So 9 sine 60 degrees. So these are the column notations or polar form, sometimes people call it. I forgot to write minus here. Yeah? It was negative downwards. Okay, so P minus Q, let's simplify them. 8 sine 30 is half. Half times 8 is 4. Cos 30 is square root 3 over 2. 8 square root 3 over 2 minus 9 cos 60 is also half. 9 times 9 over 2. Yeah. And minus 9 cos sine 60 is square root 3 over 2 again. So what do we get? P minus Q. This is P minus Q. 4 minus 9 over 2 will be 8 over 2 minus half. 8 minus 9, 17 square root 3 over 2. Okay. Now we have to find a unit vector in this direction, right? In direction of P and P minus Q. Whenever we want to find a unit vector in direction of a certain vector, First, find the magnitude of that vector. So we have to find the magnitude of p minus q, which will be square root minus half square plus 17 square root 3 over 2 square. Yeah, so it will be how much? 104 plus 17 square is 289 times 3. 289 times 3 over 4. Alright, how much do we get here? 4 is the same denominator, so 4, and we get how much? 9 times 3 is 27, 28, 2, 26, 868 over 4. We can cancel this, 217, square root 217. So the unit vector in the direction of p minus q will be the vector itself. The vector we got was this one, yeah, minus half I plus, is it plus? Yeah, 17 square root 3 over 2 whole divided by square root 217. And if you want to separate them, you can separate like this: minus 1 over 2 square root 217 I plus 17 square root 3 over 2 square root 217 j. This is the unit vector. Let's move on to the next one. The first three terms of an arithmetic sequence are NC4, NC5, NC6. Find the value of n. Okay. So they are arithmetic sequence. In arithmetic sequence, they have given that this is U1, NC4, U2 equal to NC5, and U3, third term, is NC6. We know that common difference is second term U2 minus U1, also third term minus second term. Every term, consecutive terms, they have a difference of d, and that's what it will help us to find our n. So U2, this is NC5. So we'll write NC5 minus U1 NC4 equal to NC6 minus NC5. Okay, the formula for NCR is n factorial over n minus r factorial, right? And that's what we're going to do. Let me join these two, because if this is negative, when it comes to the left side, it becomes positive. So there will be 2 times NC5. So it will be 2 times NC5, n factorial times n minus 5 factorial, 5 factorial, minus n factorial over n minus 4 factorial, 4 factorial, equal to, only NC6 is left here because this has given us this 2. So n factorial over n minus 6 factorial, 6 factorial. If we try to expand this will take ages. Best thing is, first multiply the whole equation, whatever you are seeing. The biggest of these three is n minus 4 is the biggest. So we will multiply by n minus 4, so that when we expand this, we can cancel some of them, and divide by n factorial, because all of them have n factorial, which will get cancelled out because of this n factorial. So what are we left with here? 2 and n minus 4 factorial, which we are, I didn't write factorial, sorry, factorial, divide by n minus 5 factorial, and 5 factorial is 120. Let's write 120 minus 1 over, rather we have to multiply by n minus 4 factorial, right, this one, and then we have n minus 4 factorial here, and 4 factorial is 24, equal to, nothing is here, so only n minus 4 factorial over n minus 6 factorial, and 6 factorial is 720. Well. Let's divide this, cancelled. It is 60 here now. Can we divide it by something? 12. Yes, we can multiply whole equation again by 12 so that it becomes even simpler. So this 12 will get cancelled, and we are left with 5 here, 2 here, and 60 here. Simpler. Now the purpose of choosing the largest one, n minus 4, was this. Now look what happens. N minus 4 can be written as n minus 4 times n minus 5 factorial. Why? Because I want to cancel this n minus 5 factorial, and we were left with 5, so let's write 5 here, cancelled, minus n minus 4, oh, it is already cancelled, so we don't have to even write anything, 1 over 2 equal to, here it will be n minus 4, n minus 5, and n minus 6 factorial. Now you might be understanding why we chose n minus 4, because it can be expanded to others, divided by 60. Okay, and now it will give us some simple equation. So n minus 4 over 5, 2, and 60. Oh, we don't have any denominator except for numbers. So 60 is the LCM, right? Let's give 60 all of them so that we can ignore the denominator. When all components of a circle of an equation have same denominator, we can ignore the denominator and just work with the numerators. So what should I multiply 5 so that I get 60? 12. So multiply 12 here. So we have 60 down there, and up we have 12 and minus 48. We have 2 here. What should I multiply this with? 30 to get 60. Minus 30. Here equal to n square minus 9n plus 20. And 60 can be ignored because it is under every one, as if we are multiplying the whole equation by 60. And now we can simplify this quadratic equation here. Let's bring everything to the left side. N square, there is no n square here. Minus 9n minus 12n becomes minus 21n. Minus 48 minus 30 is minus 78, but when it comes to here, it becomes plus 78. So plus 98. And now we have to simplify this, rather factor this particular quadratic equation, and we'll get our answer. So 98, 14 and 7. So 0 equal to n square minus 14n minus 7n plus 98, n minus 14 minus 7. So n minus 14, n minus 7 equal to 0. So we get two values of n equal to 14 and n equal to 7. Here they are also asking in B part to find the common difference of the sequence. So now we know the first, second and third we can find their common difference now. So let's find them now. So but there will be two cases, one when n is 7. So D will be, we can take any one. Let's take this one, NC5 minus NC4, which is 7C5 in first case minus 7C4. So 7C5 is 21 and 7C4 is 35. So that means D is minus 14 in this case. What about this one? Let's say n equal to 14. So 14C5 minus 14C4. 14C5 comes out to be 2002 and 14C4 is 1001. So D in this case is positive 1001. These are two answers. Okay, next question number 10. A closed box with volume 72 centimeter cube has a length, closed box, okay, has a length 3x. This is the length. Width 2x and height y. Volume is 72. Express y in terms of y. It should be y in terms of x. Okay. So we know volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. Volume is given as 72 centimeter cube will be equal to 3x times 2x times y. We want y in terms of x, that means isolate this one. So divide this by how much? 3 times 2, 6x square, and divide here also by 6x square so that they cancel out, and we get our expression y equal to 72 over 6 x square. 72 and 6 actually they can also cancel out. 12 over x square. Y equal to 12 over x square is the expression. Write an expression for its total surface area in terms of x and y. Alright, so that is a surface area is 2 times length times width, width times height plus length times height. So that's what we'll substitute and we'll get our surface area in terms of x and y. It's a closed, right? Closed box. That means we don't have to exclude anything. Length is 3x, width is 2x plus 2x, y is the height, 3x, y is the height. So x, 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 all of them have x, so we can write, do we run simplest form? Okay, we can write 2x and 2x is so out of this whole thing only x is out, so we are left with 6x. Here only x is out, 2y, and here x is out, 3y. So simpler form will be 2x, 6x plus 5y. This is the expression for the surface area. Find its dimensions for the least surface area. So let's call it A. And for least or maximum surface area for that matter, we have to differentiate A with respect to one of the length. We can take either y or x because x is twice, so let's take x. dA over dx we have to calculate. For before that, this whole equation should be in terms of only x, not y. And in first part we got y equal to 12 over x square. That's what we will write here. So let me rewrite it. 2x 6x plus 5 in place of y I'll write 12 over x square. So this is what I'm going to differentiate now. 2x is, okay, we can open this bracket also. 2x times 6x is 12x square. Yeah. Plus, this is 60 times 2, 120. But this x will cancel with one of the x's, so we'll get what? 120 over x. This is what we have to differentiate now. Differentiation of 12x square is straightforward. 24x. 2 comes, multiplies with 12, and x, the exponent goes down by 1. Here, 120 over x can be written as 120 x to the power minus 1. And if we differentiate, this minus 1 will come and multiply with 120, we get minus 120. and x exponent goes down by 1. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. This is the one. Now they're saying least surface area. That means we have to make it equal to 0. For least or maximum, the dy over dx, or the rate at which the particular parameter here for least or maximum, the rate of change in this case area, rate of change in area with respect to a side has to be equal to 0, and that's why we are equating equal to 0. So let's write 24 equal to 120, it was x also, over x square. Yeah, because this minus will become positive if it becomes a denominator, and it was negative when it came to right, became positive. So let's cross multiply here. So x will multiply with x square, we get x cube on this side, but here we can write 120 divided by 24. 24 goes and takes place of x square. So x cube equal to 5 and x equal to cube root of 5. This is one dimension. So if we want, we can convert it to decimal later, but first let's find y. Y was 12 over x square. So cube root 5 square. Okay, by the time I use my calculator, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends so that I make many more videos like this for you. This in decimal came out to be 1.7099, so let me write 1.71, and this 4.10. But the question was find dimensions, not x and y. Yeah, find its dimensions. So length equal to 3x. So x is 1.71. Will be how much? Okay, 5.13 centimeters. Width equal to 2 times 1.71 will be 3.42, and height equal to y. Y we already got 4.10 centimeter. Moving on to question number 11. It says expand these two, obviously with the binomial expansion. So let me expand this one first. 1 plus 2x to the power 7. Whenever we have to expand like this, we should use the binomial expansion. In binomial expansion, we do first 7, c, and 0. Let's start with 0. Okay. So first term is given whatever you have written here, that exponent, and the remaining exponent out of 7. So 7 minus 0 is 7. Whole of it will be given to 2x basically. Okay. 7. And we will keep on increasing this number. It was 0 first, now 1. So 1 will get a exponent 1, and the exponent of 2x will go down. And we'll continue like this. So you might have seen that one exponent goes up 1 by 1, other exponent goes down and reaches 0. And now we will evaluate them one by one. 7c0 is 1, 1 to the power 0 is 1, 2 to the power 7 will be 128, x to the power 7. So both of them, 2 to the power 7 is 128 and x to the power 7 is x to the power 7, and I will complete this as well. Okay, so I have expanded 1 plus 2x to the power 7 by simplifying this with the help of calculator. Now next is 1 minus 2x to the power 7. Only difference here is that this was plus, this is minus. Everything will be same except that this minus 2x will be this 2x will become minus 2x. So look at this one. This is odd number of exponent. So this minus will remain minus. That means the first one will be minus 128 to the power x to the power 7. Everything else will remain same, only this will become negative. But since this is negative and this 6 will make it positive, that means the second term will remain 448 x to the power 6. And this is how I will continue this. So I have to erase what I have made changes there and there. Okay. So next is odd again, 672 x to the power 5, but this is positive exponent, so 560 x to the power 4 minus 280 x cube plus 84 x square minus 14x plus 1. This is the expansion of 1 minus 2x to the power 7. There is no need to repeat everything because we know what is the difference. Alright, hence evaluate this minus this. Now if I compare this here, can I write it 1 plus 2 times 0.1 to the power 7? If 1.27, look, 1, 2 times 0.1 is 0.2 and 1 plus 0.2 is 1.2. So we can write this 1.2 as this. And if we compare here, 1 is here same, 2 is here same, so x is 0.1, right? This is what we'll write. That means when x is 0.1, right, the expansion of 1 plus 2x to the power 7, this will be used, which is here. So we will write, in place of every x, we will write 0.1. That's it. 128 and 0.1 to the power 7, right? Then minus plus 448 0.1 to the power 6 plus 672 0.1 to the power 5 plus 560 0.1 to the power 4 plus 280 0.1 cube plus 84 0.1 square and plus 14 times 0.1 and plus 1. And now we will write 0.8 to the power 7. Let's write it above this one. 0.8 to the power 7 can be written as 1 minus 2 times 0.1 again to the power 7. 2 times 0.1 will be 0.2 and 1 minus 0.2 is 0.8. So same expansion for this one. In place of 0.1 we will write in place of every x we will write 0.1 here as well, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm straight away going to subtract them now. So this 128, so I will write 1.2 to the power 7 minus 0.8 to the power 7. I'm straight away writing it now. So we will write 128 0 to the 0.1 to the power 7 minus, because of this minus, but if I expand this, the first term, because of this minus, this first term which was negative becomes positive. So it becomes exactly same term. Okay. However, the second term is 448 times 0.1 to the power 6. In second one, it is positive. Can you see? Second expansion is positive. But because of the negative in between, it becomes negative. 448 0.1 to the power 6. And they are exactly same. They will cancel out. What it means that all, why did I write square here? It will be 7. All odd number exponents will be doubled, but even number exponents will be cancelled out. And let's write plus dot 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 and let's do it. Write the final one. So 128 plus 128 is 256 0.1 to the power 7. Then this will be cancelled out. This will be written 672 plus 672. So it will be 1342. 4. 1344 x to the power 5 plus, this will be cancelled out, so we'll write this one, 280 plus 280, 560 x to the power 3. Then this will be cancelled, but this will be 28, 0.1, and 1 will be cancelled out. This will give us the answer. So what will be the value of this one? This is 0.1707 decimals. After decimal there will be 7 places. So 0.1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 5, 6 plus this has to have 5. So 0.01344 should have 3, 0.560, then 2.8, right? Add these and you get your answer, and it is 3.3734656. that is the sum total coming. If you can confirm it by using your calculator, by straight away putting this thing in your calculator, definitely you're going to get this answer. Okay, let's go to question number 12. A basket has a total of 12 fruits, which are oranges, apples and pears. Oranges, apples and pears. Their numbers are consecutive numbers respectively. Respectively means if I assume that this is x, this will be x plus 1 and this will be x plus 2. 2 fruits are picked at random from the basket without replacement. Find the probability that the first fruit is orange and the second fruit is pear. Before we answer this A part, we should know what is the value of x. Yes? So we know that total they are 12. So x plus 1 plus x plus 2 are 12. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So it goes here. 3x equal to 12 minus 3. 3x equal to 9. So divide by 3. X equal to 3. So we have 3 of oranges, 4 of apples and 5 of pears, and now we can answer. The first fruit is orange. What is the probability that first fruit is orange? This is 3 out of 12. So first orange and second pear. So it is 3 out of 12 and it is without replacement. If you can see here, without replacement means if this orange is out, it is not put back. So now we want the probability of a pair. So pair are 5. There are still 5 pairs, but total fruits are 11 because one orange is out because of the first probability. Answer will be, okay, we can cancel this. 5 out of 44. That is the answer. B. Both are same fruits. So basically probability of orange or probability of apple or probability of pear. These are 3 possibilities where the fruits are same. So what is the probability of first orange? We just wrote it earlier, 3 over 12. Second orange, because the orange is out, so 2 oranges are left out of total 11 fruits. Next, apple. There are 4 apples, so 4 out of 12, and because apple is out, 3 out of 11. And pear, 5 over 12, 4 over 11. All of them have 132 as denominator, so we can add 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 4 is 20. So 32 plus 6, 38 over 132. So this is 19 over 66. That's the answer. C. At least one of them is an apple. At least one of them apple means it is apple and orange, okay, or vice versa. That means we can multiply it by 2. It can be apple orange or orange apple, right? Then there can be probability of apple first and then pear. Right? Doesn't it have at least one apple? Or again we'll multiply by 2 because it can be pear apple also. And then probability of apple apple. These are the three possibilities where we have at least one of them is apple. There are three of them. Now I will convert them to probabilities. So apple 2 times probability that not probability, straight away probability. First one is apple. Apple is 4 out of 12. Second is orange, which is 3 out of 11. Now if the sequence changes, because this 2 means they are orange apple, so it will become 3 over 12 times 4 over 11, which is the same thing. That's why I multiplied by 2. We can multiply like this. 2 apple, probability of apple is 4 out of 12 again, but second one is pear, 5 over 11. And then we have apple apple, which is not multiplied by 2 because they're apple. So we don't have to multiply them by 2 because even this sequence change, that doesn't make a second case. It is the same case. So it will be apple 4 out of 12 and 3 out of 11. Again 132 is the denominator. So it will be 12 times 2 24. 20 times 2 40. 4 times 3 is 12, again 24. So 48 plus 40, 88 over 132 divided by 8, 12 divided by 4. Answer is 2 over 3. Next question, find the area under the curve, this one. So whenever we want to find area under curve, we do definite integral. So from x equal to 1 to 4, 3x x square plus 3 divided by square root x dx. Okay, just evaluate this and you get area under the curve. So for that, let's simplify this first. From 1 to 4, we can write 3x cube. Yeah, this x times x square is x cube, and write square root x under each one of them. So 3 times 3x will be 9x divided by square root x. We can separate them like this. I hope you know this rule. Whenever there is only one denominator, we can separate the numerators and give that denominator to each one of them. So again it is simplified from 1 to 4. Let's write this one separate. So it will be 3 outside. X cube. Okay, x cube over x to the power half. It becomes x to the power 3 minus half, which is 5 over 2. So it becomes x to the power 5 over 2 dx. Second one, 9 is out. X over square root x will be square root x. So x to the power half dx. So now we can integrate. It will be 3x to the power 5 plus 2, 5 over 2 plus 1 over 5 over 2 plus 1 plus 9, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 1 over 2 plus 1 plus c, 1 to 4. Now we will substitute the values into this along with simplifying. So 3 remains 3, x to the power 7 over 2, and x is 4 for us. 4 to the power 7 over 2. Divide by 7 over 2. So I'm not writing 7 over 2, I'm just writing 7 and multiplying 2 with the numerator. That's what we can do. When denominator of a denominator is there, we can multiply it with numerator. Plus 9x 3 over 2 over 3 and again 2 plus c, that is for 4. Next is the same thing, 2 times 3, 6, 1 to the power 7 over 2 this time because we are substituting 1 over 7 plus 18, oh 3 can cancel here. So 6 again, 6 x to the power, not x, we have to substitute 1 1 to the power 3 over 2 plus c. So now we can cancel this c with this c and simplify this. It becomes 6 over 7 and 4 to the power 7 over 2 will be square root. You can use your calculator please. 4 to the power 7 over 2. I'm doing it myself. 128 plus 6, only 6, and here I did not write 4. I should have written 4 here. So 3 over 2 will be 8 minus 1 to the power 7 over 2, 1, 6 over 7 itself, and this is also 1 plus, rather minus 6, because of this minus, both of them will be negative. Okay, let's take 6 over 7 common from them so that it becomes easy for us. 128 minus 1, and this will be 48 minus 6, 42. It is 762 over 7 plus 42, and 762 plus, and this will be 294 divided by 7 plus 294 is 1056. 7. Okay, let's not simplify beyond this. This is the area under the curve, units is square. Okay, what about the next one? Question number 14a. A body starts from rest. Okay, so body starts from rest means u is 0 and moves in a straight line such that the acceleration after t seconds is this. So we have been given equation of acceleration, that means it is variable. So we can't use kinematic equations, we have to use this. Okay, write the expression for its velocity t seconds after it starts. Velocity from acceleration, if we want velocity, we integrate whatever is given to us. So 10t minus 4t square, if I integrate this with respect to time, that becomes velocity. So it is 10t square over 2 minus 4t cube over 3 plus c. And they say write the expression for velocity. This is not expression for velocity unless we get a value for c. Okay, and they have given here it starts from rest. That means at t equal to 0, v is equal to 0, and that's what we will use here. When t is 0, v is 0. So 0 equal to 10 over 5, to cancel, 5t square minus 4 0 cube over 3 0. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, so c is 0. That means it did not make any big difference to the original integration. So v equal to 5t square minus 4 over 3t cube is the expression for velocity. Calculate its acceleration during the fourth period. So we should be very clear. When t is fourth second, right? So t equal to 0, the time starts here. T equal to 1, this is the first second. T equal to 2, this is the second. T equal to 3, third second, and t equal to 4, fourth second. They're saying during fourth second, that means this is what they are concerned with. And acceleration is v minus u over t. So we have to find v here and v here. This will become u, this will become v. So u at t equal to 3. U means velocity. So we'll use the velocity equation here. So u equal to 5, 3 square minus 4 over 3, 3 cube. This 3 will cancel with one of them. So what do we get? 9 times 5, 45 minus 4 times 9, 36. Yeah, 9 meters per second. That's u. Now v after 4th second will be 5 4 square minus 4 over 3 4 cube. So it will be how much? 4 square is 16 times 5 80 minus 64 times 256 divided by 3. So that comes minus 16 over 3 meters per second. That means it was moving in opposite direction, right? So our acceleration is this. V is the final velocity is this minus 16 over 3 minus u, which is 9 meters per second, and divide by time. And during this whole thing 1 second passed, yeah. So it will become how much? Minus 27 minus 43. Minus 43 over 3 meters per second squared. This is the acceleration. Or if you want to convert to decimal, you can convert. Alright. A man of mass 120 kg is inside a lift. Okay, so this is the lift and this is the man. Take g equal to 10 meters per second square. When lift moves up with a constant speed, so no acceleration, find the reaction on man's body. So let's draw the free body diagram for man. His mass is 120 kg. That means the weight is 1200 newtons. Why? Because weight is the force a body applies downwards, which is mg. M is 12, 120, g is 10, that's why 1200. Reaction will be by the lift on the person, right? This is the free body diagram, and it is moves up. It is moving up. Whatever moves up, that becomes the stronger force, the applied force we call it. Okay, so R minus 1200 will be equal to net force, which is MA. Let me write MA. Okay, so R minus 1200 equal to mass is 120, acceleration is 0 because it's moving with constant speed. So it becomes how much? This is 0. R equal to 1200 newtons. Simple. This is first part. Second, if the lift moves up again, but this time the acceleration is 3 meters per second square. Now the acceleration is 3 meters per second square up. Moving up? Yeah, up. Find the force from the lift felt by the man. Again, different words but the same meaning. Find the reaction force again. So we'll use exactly same equation, but this time acceleration will be put equal to mass times acceleration. So R equal to 360 plus 1200. It becomes 1560 newtons. That's the reaction on man's body. This concludes the solutions of this exam paper. Please read the disclaimer at the bottom, and if you liked my work, I have typed the whole question paper myself because there was no paper available. So please like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.